It was reported that Republicans have so-called plan to prioritize payments if Congress fails to address the debt ceiling. So I want to be very, very clear here, as I have been, as the president has been. This is not a plan. It is a recipe for economic catastrophe. As President Biden has made clear, Congress must deal with the debt limit and must do so without conditions.
Right. My way or the highway. Your plan, Democrats, is bad. Fortunately, the American people were intelligent enough to hand the House over to a number of Republicans, a number of which are tired of kicking the can down the road. Joining me now is one of the most principled men of this group, chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, retired Brigadier General, Pennsylvania Congressman Scott Perry. Sir, appreciate you coming back.
Well, it's great to be here, and it's fascinating. You know, it's called the debt limit, Carl, for a reason, because it's a limit, right? You don't have any more money, and their answer is just raise it and keep spending more. It is unsustainable. It's unacceptable. And here's what's also unsustainable and irresponsible, saying they won't negotiate. Let's be clear. Right now, we've crossed the debt limit, and we're into what's called extraordinary measures. Not the first time that we've been here, but we've probably got until May or June to figure this thing out. And to say that right now that they're not going to be willing to negotiate to change their trajectory it's untenable, it's unreasonable, and it's irresponsible. Most people know when they spend more money that they have, when they break their credit limit, oh, it's time to do something. Something isn't working right. I don't have enough money to pay my bills. Regular families that deal with us on a basis every single day know that something has to be done. Yet, because Joe Biden is the president and the left's in charge, they think that you're just going to keep spending money that you don't have and keep printing and creating that money, which then does what? It increases the price for every single American on every good and service that you pay for. Americans are sick of the high prices, the fact that they can't afford the normal things that they did in their lives just because Joe Biden wants to be president and go out and hand out money to all their friends and political allies. Not going to work.
Congressman, it seems simple enough. Like if your toilet is overflowing and you have waste coming up to the ceiling, do you raise your ceiling or do you call a plumber and address the problem and stop the flow? I mean, that's the thing is we just have these Band-Aids where we just keep raising and raising. At some point, there's a breaking point. So, you know, many of your colleagues for years, I mean, we're talking 2 decades now, have just kicked this down the road and kicked this down the road. What do your solutions look like coming from the Freedom Caucus?
Well, I will tell you, first of all, is to acknowledge that we're just spending too much. So, Carl, just so you know, in 2019, we were about $4.5 trillion as the annual budget or the annual spend. In 2020, we went to $6.5 trillion, and we've stayed at $6.5 trillion because of the pandemic. We get it that the government told people they couldn't work, they had to wear masks, they had to get vaccinations and all that stuff. We get that.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. Your retirement funds are being threatened with even more losses from record inflation, recession, and skyrocketing interest rates. Fortunately, the highly trained specialists at American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. If you call them right now as a special offer, they will give you a free gold coin on your first qualifying order, so don't wait. Call 866-935-4309. That's 866-935-4309 or text Newsmax to 65532. That's Newsmax to 65532.